What's up, guys? Game Fever All Games here, and I'm back, and it's time to deck profile TCG Steelswarms. Now, this deck is completely TCG. You could get any of these cards right now if you wanted to. Majority of they're all available in Hidden Arsenal 5 and Hidden Arsenal 6. So what that means there are no evil swarms in here, which I can't wait for evil swarms to come out because the XYZ that this deck has, whoa, yeah. But what I have here is one Sangan, one Steel Swarm, Kagaka Snag, 3 Steel Swarm cells, 2 Steel Swarm Gatekeepers, 2 Steel Swarm Genome. Excuse me, 3 Steel Swarm Genomes, 2 Steel Swarm Garaga Stags, 1 Steel Swarm Hercules, 1 Steel Swarm Longhorn, 1 Steel Swarm Moth, 3 Steel Swarm Scouts, 3 Steel Swarm Stings, Allure of Darkness because all the monsters in this deck are dark, Dark Hole, 3 first steps towards Infestation, 1 Foolish Burial, 1 Monster Reborn, 3 Mystical Face Typhoons, 3 Infestation Tools, 1 Solemn Judgment, 2 Solemn Warnings, 3 Wabakus. Okay. How this deck works is, long story short, Monarchs. They have their own tadpole. Isn't this cute? Okay. Now, the point of this deck is eventually to get one of these or 2 of these monsters out on the field because they have very, very unique effects. Like, example, Garastag. You can tribute summon this monster face up. You can tribute summon this monster in face up attack position by tributing 1 Steel Swarm monster. When this card is tribute summoned by tribute summoning a Steel Swarm monster or monsters, you can target one card your opponent controls, send that card to the graveyard, and gain 1,000 life points. Which means it can force an opponent's effect monster to miss timing if it has the can. Like, for instance, it makes Elemental Hero Shining miss timing because the last thing that happens is I gain 1,000. So it forces cards like Shining to miss timing. So yeah. And the other one is, I can't pronounce that very well. Well, I'm just going to say Stag for short. But this one is when this card is tribute summoned by tributing 2 Steel Swarm monsters, select and activate one of these effects. Destroy all monsters on the field except this card, and destroy all spell and trap cards on the field, which is very good. Genome's effect is awesome because this card can be treated as 2 tributes for a tribute summon of a Steel Swarm monster. So to get him out, I will only need 1 of him instead of 2 cells or 2 stings. Steel Swarm Cell is the Cyber Dragon of the deck. If you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. And while this card is face up on the field, it cannot be tributed except for the tribute of Steel Swarm monsters. Well, it's a Steel Swarm deck, so it looks like I'm only tributing for Steel Swarm monsters. Sangan is there just to help you search for a Gatekeeper, a Genome, and a Scout. Let me go into the detail of Scout. At the start of your main phase, which I take it they mean the first thing you do in your main phase, you can't do anything else. If you control no spell or trap card, you can special summon this card from the graveyard. You cannot special summon another monster or monsters, because the parenthesis, the turn you activated this effect. While this card is face up on the field, it cannot be tributed except for the tribute summon of a Steel Swarm monster, and it cannot be used as a Synchro monster or an XYZ monster. Well, material for, XYZ monster. But you could stack these. Just like Like, if it's there, it survives a turn. That's what the Wabaku's there for, to help it survive one turn. So I can get another scout on the field. Thus, will help me summon one of the big boys, which would be Longhorn. Longhorn, get two of them and get a Moth. Which Moth effect is, when this card is tribute summoned by a chosen monster, I can pay 1,000 life points. I can target up to 2 cards your opponent controls, and I can return them to your hand. And Longhorn, once per turn, if this card was tribute summoned by tributing Steelswarm monster, I could pay 1,000 life points, target one monster on the field, and destroy that target. And then we have Hercules, which if I manage to somehow, you let me get 3 scouts, or 1 scouts and 1 genome, I can tribute summon 3 Steelswarm monsters to normal summon this card. Once per turn, I can pay half my life and basically Judgment Dragon, destroy everything. And it has 32 attack. What the Infestation tool is here for is basically help me to get Scout in the graveyard. Send 1 Steelswarm monster from your deck to the graveyard to target 1 face-up Steelswarm monster you control. That target gains 800 attack until the end phase. So I would activate Infestation tool, sends Scout to the grave. If I have no back row next turn during my main phase 1, special summon in defense, and it'll help me get one of the big boys out, yes again. All in all, and Sting, which has a very unique effect. When this card you control is sent to the graveyard, target 1 face-up Ritual, Fusion, or Synchro monster on the field and destroy that target. And it has 815 attack, so a very decent attack, and it's 4-star. So yeah. First step towards Infestation. Very good if I already have one of these out on the field. It's a quick play, so I could go on both turns. I could return it to one of these to my hand, and I could draw a card. And if I already have a Scout or one of these hard, I could just normal summon them again. Fool's Burials there to help to get another Scout in the grave. You already know what Monster Reborn is. It's in almost in every deck in the damn game, and you already know this is to help destroy back row. And the Wabaku is there to help protect the small Steelswarms, so I could tribute summon them next turn. But all in all, this is a fun deck. It will be a better deck when Evil Swarms make it to TCG. But yeah, that's all I had. All the time I have for this deck profiling on Steelswarms. The extra deck. I have 2 Ally of Justice, 2 Allowable Change, just because the deck can make level 4s, and it's nice to, choose what card I want to draw next. 2 Utopias and Steelswarm Roach. I have 3 Effect Veilers, 3 Occupy Wall Streets. Okay, Prohibition, but I nickname it Occupy Wall Streets. 3 Apparent Iron Wall to keep scouts in my graveyard. 3 Light Imprisoned Mirrors, and 3 Summon Limits, just in case I'm going against a faster deck. But yeah, that's all I have the time for this deck profiling. Feel free to try the deck if you like. Yes, I know it's only the TCG version, so yes, there's no Evil Swarms. But I'm game for you for those games, guys, and I'm out of here. Peace.